Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my entire month of September's empties, and it's nothing but fall. There might be one or two scents in here that's not fall, but this is fall. Since September 1st, I have been melting 99.9% fall scented stuff. I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year, my favorite scents. I know a lot of us share a love for fall. So let's dive right into this and get started. So I know it's been a few weeks since I filmed. My husband has been sick for, well, he's on day 11 right now. He has bronchitis, had a bad cold. I did not get it. Thankfully. We're getting on a plane next week, so hopefully Mr. Sickness will be out of here and in the rearview mirror. So let's get started with the wax. I love fall scented wax. And last year, 2021, was my very first fall in the vendor wax world. And because I started, if you've watched me, I started in January of 2021. So last fall was my first fall. And so now this fall, I did a fall collection video of all my vendor wax a few weeks ago, which several of you watched, I think. And a lot of those blends I discussed there are in here. And there might be some in here that weren't on the video, vice versa. I think that I got most of my collection capsulated in that video. So let's get started. I'm just going to grab and go. I don't have any vendor specific. I am just trying to organize here a little bit. So hope everyone is having a good October. It's October 3rd already. Today is October 3rd. The old blend that I love from L3. I melted some of that today too. I know a lot of you did too. I saw your pictures in the group if you posted. I am trying to post something every day in the Facebook group or on Instagram. I'm very bad with taking pictures like that and posting in groups. I'm busy throughout the day and I don't have time to really think about it. I just kind of, when I take a small break, I change my wax and I don't think about, having my phone and taking pictures and stuff. So I'm bad with that, but it's not the end of the world. But I am trying to do that. And of course, I'm going to be gone for a few weeks and I don't even know if I really will be melting a lot of stuff. I'm going to visit my dad in Pennsylvania and my husband's going with me for part of the trip. And he has candles there, of course. His lady friend passed a few years ago and she loved smell goods just like me. And there's things there, but I'm not sure. I think there's a warmer there somewhere, but I want to take a handful of clams with me just because they're easy to pack and stuff versus vendor wax. But okay, speaking of clams, I might as well do my clams first. So took the time to stack them up all pretty and they just come crashing down like London Bridge. Okay, I promise it's wax time. Okay. Banana Bake. This is in no particular order, by the way. Banana Bake, K's. Freaking love this. This is amazing. Love this scent. This is banana nut bread, banana flambe, and zucchini bread. I love me some good zucchini bread, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there that do. This is perfect. I would buy this in a loaf in her K cuts, which, are 8 ounces or, I think 8 ounces or 16 ounces. Clams are great too, but this is fantastic. It's got the spiciness from the zucchini bread, the creaminess from the zucchini bread too, because it's, creamy and spicy. But what makes this extra fun is you get that pop of banana. And I love banana nut. If you watch me, I've talked about banana nut bread and making it and, reminiscing about having banana bread in Maui at, I can't remember the name of the place, but there's a part of the road to Hana on Maui that is known for their banana bread. I've talked about making my aunt's recipe. That was her mother's recipe, my grandmother's recipe. I've talked about that. And I've talked about just how it's so nostalgic to me. And this is such, woo, man down. This is such a fantastic scent. And whoever created this, I think this was a custom house blend. A plus. Bravo or brava. Very, very, very good. Incredible. Give it a try if you like all those notes. I'm going to put everything back down into the bag. Okay, next K's. Pumpkin pecan waffles. Ashley loves pumpkin pecan waffles. Vanilla pumpkin waffles, brown sugar, pecans, and cream. This is a Bath & Body Works dupe. It's fantastic. I have so many blends that have pumpkin pecan waffles in it, but I just can't get enough. It's that little bit of dough bakery from the waffle. Then you have the pecan, you have the syrup, you have the pumpkin spice. This is just fantastic. It's great on its own. It's great as a blender, and it's great in blends of any kind. Can't go wrong with this. This is a good one. She does have a good oil for that, I will say. If a vendor has pumpkin pecan waffles offered alone, I usually buy it just because I love to see what that base oil is. And Kay has a good one. Carla does have a good one. Okay, I have a couple more K's here. Pumpkin peanut brittle. This is Bath & Body Works also. This is before her labels change, of course, to be the, well, you just saw them, the full face labels like this with the notes on there. So I believe this is caramel brittle, pumpkin seeds, peanuts, obviously, and something else. I can't remember. But this is fantastic too. This is salty. It's peanutty. Not so much pumpkin-y. It's more salty and peanuts and caramel. It's just so good. I love this. It's such a warm, inviting scent. It's a great blender, great on its own. It throws beautifully. I love this scent too. Love that scent. Okay, next is County Fair. Now, County Fair is a really good one. It is that funnel cake, the cotton candy, the caramel apple, and there's one other note in there. I always forget what it is, but this is a really good one too. I like this. I wanted to get a clam of this on its own, and it's still lingering in there. It's so good. This is one I would buy again. Very, very good. I could blend that with just about anything, honestly. Okay. Have a few retail wax and a few Scentsy. I actually got through a lot of Scentsy this month, believe it or not. It's time for my club to replenish itself for October, and I'm debating if I want to add to or if I want to skip, because I'm not going to be here when it ships. That's actually the day that I leave, so I'm still debating on that. Okay, Squeeze the Day. And I don't have the notes. You know, I wanted to film this over the weekend, but I didn't get a chance to. And I don't have any of the notes for the stuff that don't have the notes on here, so I'll just do my best to describe it to you. So I do apologize for not having the notes. Squeeze the Day. Lemon heavy, bright, fresh, fun, citrus, but creamy citrus. It's got that creamy factor to it. I love it. It's like a lemon sorbet, a lemon sweet lemon ice cream, like a lemon custard, lemon to the max. This is not offered right now. It's in my club because I did get a couple bars of it because I knew it was going away, and I really liked the scent. So this is good. Unfortunately, it's not available right now, so you have to wait for that to come back. Another one not available, Almond Croissant. Now, this I purchased. A friend told me that this is incredible and I need to buy it. So I did before it went away several months ago. I got a few of these clams. This is almond. It's bakery. It's creamy. It's warm and comforting. This is a great one too. I put the last few cubes of this in my Accord, which is in my office, and I thought, man, that's such a good scent. I wish I would have bought more. So when this comes back, this is definitely one I'm going to grab more of. Next, Johnny Appleseed. I finished up this clam. Now Johnny Appleseed, I know it's a popular one. This is my opinion of this. It's a nice scent, but I wish it was a better performer. It doesn't throw the strongest in my house. And, you know, there's 8 There's 8 cubes in here. And it's enough for me to put it throughout various locations in my home. Downstairs in my open concept, up here in my office, in my tea light warmers, in the bedroom, bathroom, etc. I wanted it to throw a little bit more than it did. And it doesn't mean that it's a stinky scent. It's a great scent. It's a great apple. It's nice and crisp and fresh. I just wish it was stronger. That's all I'll say about that one. But it's a good one. I know it's still available. I just saw it today. I was looking around on the site just a little while ago. And finally, Cider Mill. Now this is an old clam. How you know that is these new ones have the little Made in Idaho part of the label. This does not. Because this, I swear, has to be like 5 or 6 years old. But guess what? It still smells like it did when it was freshly poured. So I went to the state fair a few weeks ago, and they had a Scentsy vendor there. Huge. I did get one of these in person. So this is one of my favorite fall scents from Scentsy. I've loved this for years. I've hoarded this for years, and now I can finally say I finished it because I can get more. So this one is definitely going to be one I put in my club before it goes away for the season. Definitely. Okay, a couple more clams here. Pumpkin Weather. Walmart mainstays. I don't know how much it is now because it fluctuates all the time. I'm in there, it's 99 cents. Sometimes it's $1. What was it last time? $1. I don't remember. But it fluctuates, you know, just like in the bread aisle. You know, if you look at the Great Value bread, just for price reference point, you know, to kind of figure out inflation a little bit or try to look at trends. I go in the bread aisle when I'm in Walmart. I hate Walmart, but that's besides the point. And I look at their loaf of Great Value white bread. It's usually 93 cents. It might have even been cheaper than that before, you know, inflation went into overdrive. I don't know. I don't buy white bread, but I just use that because it's cheap. Okay. So sometimes it's $1. Sometimes it's $1.10. Sometimes it's back to 93. So it's funny how items, you know, pop up, pop down, etc. So I really don't know how much these are right now, but this scent is fantastic. I don't know all that's in here, but it's good. I have another one of these clams floating around here somewhere. My husband, who comments when 1, it smells great, or 2, it smells like ass. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. There are things out there that do smell like that. And he lets me know. This one here is an A+. What are you melting? Because that smells incredible. So, hey, for mainstays, 90 to low $1 wax, this is a winner right here. When I go in Walmart again, I forgot to go in that aisle yesterday, believe it or not. I ration myself with how much I buy retail wax. I'm going to buy some more of this because this is great. It is creamy. It has a little bit of pumpkin to it. It's got a little bit of apple to it, but a little bit of spice. It's not completely pumpkin to my nose. It's not completely apple. It's not masculine. It's just got that welcoming, inviting spice, but not spicy. Not spice, but it's got a little bit of it in it. I hope you understand what I mean by that. Okay, 2 more Walmart waxes. At the fair. At the fair is churros, brown sugar, and funnel cake. The notes weren't on the front here. No, that's right. I'm not blind. Churros, brown sugar, funnel cake. Honest opinion of this is it kind of sucked. This did not perform well in my home at all. It's nice in the package. I think, oh man, it's going to be a nice cinnamon and nice brown sugar bakery churro situation, but this sucked for me. It was not a good performer at all. I have a couple more of these. I might just put in for background scents when I have a really strong candle going in my crock downstairs. I might do that with this because it's not ever going to be strong enough for me. That's my opinion of that. Last mainstays is mulled cider. This is fantastic. This is so strong. This is Oh, it's so good. Apple, mulled cider. It's called wassail also. I didn't know that till I moved to Utah. But mulled cider is also called wassail. It has spices in it, cinnamon, apples. It's got that cider, like that more concentrated flavor than just apple juice. It's got that cider quality to it. This is a great one. I'll buy more of this one too. One more. I finished up a clam of this guy. Roasted chestnuts and acorns. Notes on here. Fire roasted chestnut, acorn, gingered pumpkin, hickory, maple, and tonka. Holy hell, this is a good one. This is so good. I melted this 100% in my kitchen, in the warmers down there. I wanted to really get a feel for how it performs in the open space. And it smells pretty linear on warm as it does in the package to my nose. This has a Palo Santo quality to it, and I don't know if it's the chestnut and the acorn together that's making me smell Palo Santo, but it's got that woodsiness to it, that creaminess to it. I definitely smell a little bit of the ginger, and I definitely smell a little bit of the maple. This is a really good one. I love this. I have multiple backups of this, but this is really good. If you can get your hands on this, give it a try. I also love the aesthetic of this package. I love the acorns, the chestnuts, the pumpkins. I love that. I love that. So good. Okay, let's move into vendor. As I get my pile of goodies here. Hey, for September, I did get through a lot of stuff, I will say. And I did use a lot of some of my older stuff from last year. I used a lot of samples up. I got through a lot, you know, for the month. Okay. That Smell Good shop. Sweater weather. This is sage, juniper berry, eucalyptus, and woods. This is the Bath & Body Works home fragrance version of sweater weather, not the body care. Body care smells like wet dog to me. I said it. And I know there's others out there that feel that way. The home fragrance is the only one I like. This is spot on to it. Great dupe oil. There's a couple of other vendors out there. I've had their sweater weather, and it's more of a not as outdoorsy, not as sharp with that apple part. It's a different take on sweater weather. This is the Bath & Body Works version. Really good. Next, this is Rose Girls from last year, the Halloween sampler. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And I don't think Jenny has ever said what exactly is in this blend, other than it's orange bakery, orange juice something. If I had to guess, I would say orange chiffon cake, orange juice, something fluffy orange, fluffy cake with orange, something like that. This was really, really good. I have found out that I don't really have a lot of orange wax, believe it or not. You know, the last month or so, you know, doing my collection video, I really took stock of what I have in my collection. I don't have a lot of orange stuff. And I don't know why. I love orange. I'm one of the people that I love the orange candies. I love orange Starburst. I loved Bubblicious, orange sherbet, bubblegum from the 90s. I loved that. I love orange Jello. I love orange Kool-Aid. I'm an orange flavor person. Oh, and my favorite are, well, creamsicles, of course, but I love the little Tootsie Fruities or fruit rolls, whatever they're called, the orange. Fantastic. Okay, so back to non-edible things. This is a good blend. I don't think she pours it other than Halloween time, because I've never seen it offered in any of her ready-to-ships, in any of her pre-orders. Never seen it. Only in the samplers at Halloween time. So if you bought one and you haven't melted it, it's a good performer. It's Orange Bakery. That's all I can tell you. Really good, though. If anybody knows the notes, please tell me, because I looked on the page and I couldn't find, and I think I even saw Jenny say, if I tell you, you know, you're not supposed to say Beetlejuice 3 times, but I've seen Beetlejuice. It's not my favorite movie, although I love Michael Keaton and I love Catherine O'Hara. Beetlejuice is not my favorite movie, I will say. There's better Halloween ones out there. Next, Britta's Night and Terror Tower. This is Palo Santo, Blackberry, Tobacco, and Bay. This was a nice blend, although I will say that the Blackberry and Tobacco and Bay kind of overtook the Palo to my nose. I just smelled the Tobacco and Bay first, and then a little bit of the Blackberry. But it was a nice one. When it lasted, it was nice. I mean, when I had it going and it was warming, it was nice. I wish it was a little bit more Palo to me, because I do like that mixed in with scents. Okay, green apple. There really isn't much to say about this. It's green apple. It's pretty unmistakably Granny Smith, which is my favorite type of apple. This is good in just about anything you put apple with. It's not as strong as Mac apple, which is another one of my favorite ones, but this one is really, really good too. Okay, speaking of apple, Apple Barn from Dessa's. This was a sample from her most recent fall pre-order. That was fantastic of a pre-order. This is, I'm not sure the notes of this, but I think it's just a bunch of different apples together. I melted this in my spare bathroom in a tea light warmer, and it was very apple-y for me. I had an apple day, couple of them actually in the month, where I did nothing but apple scents throughout my home. I really liked that. I love fall because it's easy to do apple or pumpkin, or, you know, the outdoorsy like sweater weathers, or the I even do eucalyptus and apple, or lavender and oak apple at fall time. It's really good. Next, Chestnuts and Brown Sugar from Dessa's. This is something I got in a random act of kindness earlier this year. This is roasted chestnuts, buttery caramel sauce, and brown sugar. This is fantastic. I have the rest of this actually going downstairs in my kitchen right now. I popped this in, and this is, it's got chestnuts, but it's got such a strong buttery caramel note, like it says on here. It's such a good scent. I love caramel. I love sea salt caramel, regular caramel, caramel apple. I love caramel. Caramel is such a good blender. It's such a good scent on its own, and it just gives a creamy, warm, sugary vibe, in my opinion, to just about anything you blend it with. So this one is no exception. Chestnuts is such a good scent too, which is probably why I like this puppy so much, because there's chestnuts in here. This is such a good scent. Chestnut is such a good nut. It is, you know, it's chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Christmas time stuff. But this is such a good scent in wax. It gives a little bit of something different that isn't overly used, like almond or walnut, or what other nut is used? Peanut, cashew even. I love cashew scent. I've only seen it a few times, but I'm weird, I guess. I like scents that are off the beaten path, and scents that aren't necessarily super popular. But this is such a good one. I know this was offered last time, and maybe it'll even be in her Advent that's going on sale on the 15th. We'll see. This is a good one. Okay. Amish Quilt from Kay's. This was a sample I got. I can't remember all that's in here. I just know that it's not a bakery scent. It's like it's a fall craft store-esque with that spiciness to it. It's got apple in it, but it has a little bit of pumpkin, but it's straight pumpkin. It's not bakery at all. This is for those that like that spicy scent, but not necessarily a bakery scent. Give this one a try if you like that. Okay. I did not finish this, but I wanted to put it into a poly bag, just because I had to chop this up and I didn't want to put it back in here. But this is Vintage Chic Nuts About You, which is pumpkin peanut brittle and zucchini bread. This is great. I've melted one little snowflake of this, and it's really, really good. It's creamy from the zucchini bread. It's got a little bit of the peanut in it from that, from the pumpkin peanut brittle. It has that saltiness to it. It's a great scent. I love just about anything mixed with zucchini bread. This is a really good winner too. Speaking of zucchini bread, witches be crazy for zucchini bread. Teddy bees. I love teddy bees. Teddy bees, I am in love with teddy bees. I'll just say that. I am in love with teddy bees. And teddy bees, Witches Be Crazy, is probably, of all of the scents, hundreds, probably into the thousands by now, of scents that I've smelled in my life. Well, no duh, I'm into the thousands if I count about how many scents I've smelled in my life. But even just vendor wax, it is the best thing that I have ever smelled, is Witches Be Crazy. There's something to it that it's pumpkin pecan waffles, birthday cake, cinnamon spiced vanilla, and this label on here is wrong. That's why I'm trying to remember what it is. It's pumpkin pecan waffles, birthday cake, cinnamon spiced vanilla, and something else. I can't remember what it is. But it is the best thing that I have smelled. So, the last few pre-orders, most of the scents that have Witches Be Crazy in it, I've bought. With the exception of this last pre-order, I did not buy Witches Be Crazy for Apple Spice. And I didn't get the one with the cupcakes at Tiffany's in it. Just because I wanted to try a couple of other wild card scents that I necessarily wouldn't have bought. And I forfeited the Witches Be Crazy blends for that. So, but this is fantastic. This throws like crazy. You just need a little square of teddy bees. I can get 16 pieces, 16 successful melts out of a souffle. I used to cut it into 8 pieces, but I knew they looked a little too big and they were a little bit too concentrated. So I decided to chop my souffle up differently, and I can get 16 pieces out of a souffle, and it works for me. It's successful in my home with all my warmers, hot plates and tea lights alike. It works for me that way. So this is a fantastic blend. It was pretty much Witches Be Crazy. I could do with a little bit more zucchini bread, but it was still there. You got the creaminess factor, not too much spice for this one. Okay. A little sample of Swanky. This is Fall Nights. And I don't know all the notes that are in here, but all I remember is Jeannie saying in her description, this is what fall should smell like. So it's basically pumpkins and apples and all your spices. And this was a nice scent. I liked this. I don't have the notes, so I can't elaborate on it anymore. Okay. This is a month's worth, so it's going to be a little bit longer video. I know we're honing in on 30 minutes now, I see. Rose Girls. Rose Girls. Sweet pumpkin pie, cider lane, and marshmallow smoothie. This is so good. I love cider lane. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more. I love cider lane. This is pretty much cider lane with a little bit of pumpkin. I didn't get too much of the pumpkin in this guy, but if you like cider lane, you'll like this one here. Definitely. Next is Pennywise from L3. This was a chunk that I bought last year, and I had to use him up because he was getting old. This is sweet funnel cake, dusted with powdered sugar and topped with strawberry and raspberry syrup. This is not a spicy funnel cake scent, and it's not. It is a funnel cake with the sweet strawberry and the sweet raspberry on it. This is a nice scent. It's nice and fruity, not too much funnel cake. The fruit pretty much overpowered, which I'm not complaining about. I really, really liked it a lot. So this is a nice one. I know it was offered to last several pours. I made a small order on Friday from L3 just because she poured pumpkin peanut brittle in a loaf. And I've been looking for that. I have it in a scoop, but I love that scent and I use it with so many things I blend with. I wanted to get a loaf of it just because I wanted it. So I bought a couple of other things, a scoop and some Season of the Witch in bunts, small, because I noticed my name's creeping up on the customs list here pretty soon again, and I want to, save my funds for that. Okay. But Pennywise was offered. Pennywise is great. If you get a chance to give it a try, if you like these types of notes. Okay. Today is October 3rd. Today is October 3rd. Palo Santo, Sugar Cookie Royale, Toasted Marshmallow. L3, tried and true classic, yumminess, fantasticness, all of the above. I melted this in my scoop form earlier today in my office, and I think a lot of you melted this today just for the sake of its name. So this is a great scent. I don't have to go into too much detail with that. Next, Area 51, L3. I think this is an apple scent, but I'm not quite sure exactly what else is in Area 51 other than apple. And it's a nice apple scent. I had this going in my master bath, and it was nice for several hours. Nice appley grace in the air. I liked that a lot. L3, Nightmare on My Street, Granny Smith Apple. This is salted caramel, Bath & Body Works type, pumpkin pecan waffles, and praline glaze. This is another nice apple scent. It's pretty much caramel apple to me. I don't get too much of that pumpkin pecan waffles, maybe the sweetness from the syrup and the pecan. But other than that, this is a great scent. I've had Nightmare on My Street by itself without the apple, and it's beautiful too. It's a nice caramel, warm, comforting scent. Definitely. Creeper Status Super Tarts. You know, I think this is an apple scent too, but I don't remember what it's mixed with. I'm sorry. But I liked this. I told you I had an apple day, so a lot of these apple scents I had going on the same day. But this is a nice one. It threw well. I had it going in my master bathroom, and I would buy this again in a bigger form. It's a great apple scent. Next, Cinnamon Broom. Just like the cinnamon brooms at the craft stores that smell good shop. Now, I will tell you, this is a spicy cinnamon to me. It's not red hot candies or hot tamales, but it's got that spicy cinnamon quality to it, and that's not my favorite. So I just had this going for about an hour or so, and I took it out. This is not one I would buy just because I don't like spicy cinnamon stuff. But does it smell like a cinnamon broom? Yes. Can I have a cinnamon broom in my house? Yes, because it just gives off a little bit of fragrance. Especially, I mean, I prefer the pine cones in the bag over the cinnamon brooms, honestly. But it still gives that Christmassy quality to it. My mom always bought them growing up in Christmas time to put around the fireplace in the holiday time. That was before my parents' divorce. That was when I was younger. Okay. L3, Basic Witch. This is a pumpkin scent. Pumpkin spice and some other stuff. But this is a nice pumpkin scent. It's not too spicy. It's not too bakery. It's creamy and it's long lasting. I will say that about this. It's a really good one, and it is a house blend. I can't remember who created this one. But it is a house blend. It's on her. She updated, Jen updated, or Trish updated, or somebody on their team updated their house blends and their single oils on their website. And I noticed this was on here the other day. And I was like, it's a house blend. And there we go. This is a really nice blend too. Alexander Malcolm, L3, Blue Sugar and Freshly Printed Books. I love this. I love this. And this is silly, but I'll tell you this because it's been a while since I melted this scent. I have a little bit more of this. I got this. This was a puppy pack. But the first time I experienced Alexander Malcolm was when Jen did her chunky chunks last year. I bought Alexander Malcolm because I thought freshly printed books piqued my interest. I love books. I love books. I love the smell of books. I love everything about books. So I had to buy this. It reminds me of hay. I love hay too. Hay is such a good, sweet grass scent that just gives you that outdoor quality that smells so good. But it also reminds me of my childhood and helping my dad on his farm with hay and being in the hay barn and watching out for the big black snakes that would lay on top of the rafters in the hay barn and all of that stuff that I experienced. This even though it doesn't have hay in it, it's probably just the books mixed with the blue sugar. So I do have her books in a trig tart, you know, this zigzag looking thing. I do have books in that, and it smells kind of what I'm picking up in here that my brain thinks is hay, but it's not. The blue sugar mixed with this just takes this to another level. This is a very unique scent. It's not something that is poured all the time, just because it probably doesn't have that big of a fan base. But I'll buy it if you pour it, Jen. I love this scent. It's a good one. I like to buy wild cards because some of the wild cards turn out to be some of my favorites. My wedding dress was a wild card. So there you go. Okay. That Smell Good shop. Hagrid's Hut. This is aged woods, fireplace, and moss. I was intrigued by this one because of the moss. I love moss. Moss scents are really, really good too. I had this, I melted this whole thing in my kitchen, and it was nice. It wasn't quite like I had a fire going in a fireplace, but it did have that damp, walking in the woods quality to it, which is what I was looking for. I love that. I love those scents that make you feel like it's damp and dreary outside and you're walking around and you have to watch your step because it's slippery. I love those types of scents. And it would even be more perfect if it was raining outside and cool and, you know, that fall rain. That's what this makes me think of. So this is a good one. I've only ordered from that Smell Good shop once, but I will order more in the future because her wax performs really well in my home. It really does. Okay, Dessa's. Do I have any more? Yes, I do have some more L3 here, but we'll go to Dessa. Main Street Confectionery. Sweet cotton candy, caramel apples, funnel cake, and kettle corn. I lumped this... Where'd it go? I lumped this into the fall category just because it's kind of fair, you know, carnival-like, you know, end of summer. This is a nice one. You have that caramel apple, you have that cotton candy, and it's a nice carnival scent. I like the richness of this one. She does a good job with this blend, and I really love the kettle corn. It gives that extra little bit of butteriness that I just think gives so much to scents. Kettle corn is such a good scent. Such a good scent. Her kettle corn, I think it's called Sweet Kettle Corn. I think it's what it was called. Dessa's in her last pre-order. Fantastic. I haven't melted it yet, but it's in my box ready to go over there. Fantastic on cold. And just plain caramel apple. This is just caramel apple. That's pretty much all it was to it. It's true to its name. Next, this is Rose Girls from the Cookie Land sampler that was offered on June 14th. I remember that because that was my birthday, and I bought this before we left for the day. So, pumpkin zucchini bread Cookie Land. Oh my goodness gracious. Is this fantastic? This is perfect. I would buy this in a loaf. Believe it or not, I would pay the Rose Girls price for a loaf for this scent. It's really good. Pumpkin bread, zucchini bread, and Cookie Land. Three of my favorite things: Cookie Land, zucchini bread, and pumpkin bread. That dense, moist pumpkin bread. I know moist is controversial, but you know, sometimes you have to use it. That quality of that pumpkin bread mixed with the zucchini bread and the Cookie Land. This is fantastic. I love this scent. So, so, so good. It was a strong performer. Very good throw. It lasted for a long time. I loved this. I melted this all in my office so I could really just sit there and just be relaxed by the scent of bakery wafting around me. Yep, I do that some days. Apple Fritter Cookie Land. Now I melted this bag down in my kitchen. This was nice, although I will say it was a little weak to my nose with the apple part of it. I got the Cookie Land. Cookie Land is funfetti cake, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and cookies. I did get the Cookie Land part, and I got a little bit of the Fritter. I got that little bit of greasy, glazy quality. I didn't get so much apple, which kind of was disappointing to me because I wanted a little bit of apple. You know, a good apple fritter has apple pieces in it, and I wanted more apple with this. But it was a good scent. I just wanted more apple to it. Next, Season of the Witch, L3. Love this. This is Leaves, Bath & Body Works type, and apples. This is one of her most popular fall blends. It's fantastic. I love this. I have this in one more form, and then I bought 2 bunts for, you know, just to put in throughout the year. I love this. I try to just melt this around this time of year because it's such a great scent. I don't want to burn it, melt it all year round. That's just me. That's just what I choose to do. So this is a great scent. Give it a try if you like these 2 notes. If you haven't already, this is a good one. L3, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles Espresso. Now, this is a good scent. She also has Pumpkin Pecan Waffles Vanilla Butter Fudge Espresso. Both of these. You know, I love pumpkin pecan waffles. If you watched my fall collection video, I have a crap ton of PPW blends. And that's okay. Give them all to me. Send them to me if you don't like them. I'll use them. I love it. It's such a good scent. It's so versatile. It's yummy. It's not too bakery. It's not too sweet. It's that perfect sweet spot, in my opinion. I love it. So, naturally, I love coffee scents, and I think L3 has some of the best coffee blends out there in the community, and I love her coffee oils. I always have. Ever since I discovered L3 last year, I love her coffee blends. So this one is PPW with espresso. This is espresso heavy, of course, with that little bit of pumpkin pecan waffles in the background. I melted this puppy pack in the morning time, you know, to kind of wake me up a little bit, to get it going for the day. Where this one differs, that vanilla butter fudge is a game changer in terms of this blend. So you have the PPW and the espresso. The only difference is the vanilla butter fudge. It is so good. This I wanted to eat. I literally wanted to eat. This was a bat. And I did request this to be poured in scoops over a month ago. And I said I would buy them all, but I only bought one because I didn't want to be greedy. This scent is fantastic. It's on my customs list, even though it's not a true custom of mine. I love this. I want more quantity of this. The vanilla butter fudge gives a butteriness to it. It's an extra little bit of creamy. It just bumps this blend up so much. This was such a good scent. It lasted probably 6 hours. And it's such a good one. I love this. It smells so good. So if you like all 3 of these, give this one a try. Next, I finally finished up this loaf of Mac Apple zucchini bread. This took me a while to finish up because, you know, it's such a strong scent, and I had it going downstairs in my kitchen mostly. But I finally finished up this loaf from last year. I got this in a box earlier this year. This is a good scent. It's strong. It's Mac Apple heavy. It kind of takes over the zucchini bread to where you don't get that spice, and you don't get the cream so much from Jen's zucchini bread oil, which is fantastic. I love it too. The Mac Apple dominates this scent. But it's good. It's fantastic. It's a great scent. Okay, a couple more here. Destination Wax Autumn. I had this breakaway bar going in my office. This is red apples, balsam, fig, and eucalyptus. Similar to Bath & Body Works. This is pretty much an apple scent, but right away it's apple. But then when it starts to morph a little bit, an hour or so into the melt, I got a little bit more eucalyptus, and I got a little bit of balsam, a little bit of pine. I did get that, and I thought, I really like this scent, because pretty much if you just smell it, it's apple. It's pretty basic, but not to my nose. Like I said, a little while in, those other notes just popped out to me, and I'm like, I really like this. I would buy more of this. I really would. Okay, Britta's The Exorcist. I finished this up. I love this scent. This is my favorite scent so far that I've melted from Britta's. This is Palo Santo, Patchouli, and Vanilla Bean Marshmallow. I think that's what her VBN is. I will buy this in a larger form later on down the road. I am taking a break from ordering a lot of wax right now. I'm ordering a few things. I have pretty much planned out what I want to order the rest of the year. And I want to pick up with Britta's next year and pick up some more Exorcist. This is a good scent. I like this. It's long lasting. It's unique. It's got that patchouli vibe, but people that don't like patchouli could handle this too, because it has enough of the other two oils in it, the Palo and the VBN, to balance out the patchouli. This was great. Her pores are beautiful because, you know, they're multi-layer, different colors. The wax pools are so beautiful. I really do like this one. Next, two more. Pumpkin Spice Latte. Sassy girl. Milk, creamy butter, coffee, decadent pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, sugared maple, chocolate cream. September 1st, I pulled this guy out to melt for the first time. Not the first time, because, you know, obviously I didn't get through this in a whole month, but on September 1st, I started melting my fall wax. This was the first one I grabbed. I had this going downstairs in the kitchen, and Marty came in and he said, "That smells really good, whatever that is, and whoever it's by." And I said, "It's by Sassy Girl. You know how I feel about Sassy Girl. It's Pumpkin Spice Latte." And even though there's chocolate in this, there's butter in it, there's maple in it, it all works. It's really good. It is a coffee scent, yes, but it's got so much going on. I mean, look at all those notes in there. It's so much going on in this, but it works. It really does. I will say, when I first melted this last year, because I got this last year, I didn't really care for it. I thought, it's okay. I put it away. I forgot about it. Like a lot of us have stuff we forget about. I pulled this out several months ago, and I was in love with it. And I slowly melted it. And then a few months ago, you know, maybe 3 months ago, I said I'm going to save this for fall. So here we go. I finished the brittle. This is good. It's strong. It's a great performer. It's very complex. It's great. And finally, this is my non-fall scent. Snoozy Melts by Barrett's Wax Crafts. I did want to talk about this one just because he did have his second pre-order that closed recently. Snoozy Melts is his own lavender. It is peppermint and toasted vanilla fluff. I think that's what the last note is. This is the best lavender blend I have ever smelled. And I've smelled a lot of lavender. And why this is important to me is because if you watch my channel, you know, here and there, lavender is a scent that COVID robbed from me. Last July, 2021, when I had it, lavender did not smell like lavender to me at all. It smelled like soap for such a long time. Some days I couldn't even smell it. Lavender has been that final thing that I had to learn how to smell again, believe it or not. And this here, yes, there's peppermint in it. Yes, there's that vanilla fluff, but I can smell this lavender. And when I smelled this, I thought, oh my goodness, my lavender is home. It's back. I can smell it. And until this scent, yes, I could tell there's sweet lavender. Yes, I could tell there's herbal lavender in blends, you know, from then till now. But this is what I remember lavender smelling like before I had COVID. You know, those of you out there who have had it and who did lose their scent and taste like I did. I know not everybody has, but in the earlier strands, it seemed to be like more people lost their taste and smell. Remembering what it used to be like to having to get used to the new normal of what it's like now, and then finding something like this to make you think, oh my goodness, that's what I remember lavender used to smell like. It was a moment for me. It really was a moment for me. And I want to thank you, Josh, for creating this blend however long ago you did, and thank you for bringing it back. I will always have this on hand. So that is my September 2022 Empties video, fall themed. So stay tuned for, I will probably film more Empties. I mean, I will be gone for a couple of weeks, so I won't have as much quantity for the month of October, but I will nonetheless be filming it. So hope you guys have a great week ahead, and happy October, happy harvest, happy hay rides, happy spooky month. If you noticed my nails throughout this video, I do have my ghost and spider webs on here, my talented nail tech. I love her to death. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Well, you know, week, then weekend, and I'll see you soon.